Thank you for the opportunity to speak to you today.
Thursday, Beaumont City Council held a name-clearing hearing for Dr. Hani Tohme, the city's former director of water utilities.
This was on the demotion and on the assassination of Hani Tohme in the press and the media by Kyle Hayes.
Prior to city manager Kyle Hayes demoting and then terminating Tohme, Hayes demanded he cut overtime even though it led to a backlog.
On March 17, 2014, we had 233 work orders on the backlog, still not catching up.
He claims Hayes targeted African-American employees, specifically General Foreman Frank Jackson, to cut their overtime so they would make less money.
I think what was going on at BISD at the time had a lot to do with it, because we had certain African-American employees that are on the management side making too much money, and he didn't want them to have that exposure.
Tohme says hiring more employees cost the city more money than allowing the overtime.
We hired 3 new general foremen just to add to the water crews, and their cost was $180,000 a year. Frank Jackson was making only $40,000 a year in overtime. And we didn't save the overtime money because we had to spread it amongst the 4.
Tohme says Hayes told him it wasn't about the overtime budget.
Strictly about how much these certain employees are making.
Well, if it's not about competency, and if it's not about money, and if it's not about cost, what in the name of heaven is it about? And we know it's all about Frank Jackson and Randall.
Tohme's attorney Larry Watt says they're asking the city for an investigation.
I mean, can you think of anything more important for the city to know whether or not their city manager is lying to them and fabricating charges in order to serve some personal vendetta? I can't.
The men and women of water utilities deserve enough respect for you to conduct an investigation.
I'm for the people, I'm for the employees, and that might be a weakness, but I consider it a strength, because the employees at the Water Department are the ones that made me who I am.
In Beaumont, Huet, Fox 4 News.